morning, guys. So I've got my candles out because it is overcast today, and so it's pretty dark in the studio. And but I'm so stubborn. I refuse to use those fluorescent lights. Not gonna do it. So you guys get a morning candlelight reading. Anyway, I've kind of been trying to fight some of the energies that have been coming through, the past week. These dogs. But anyway, I decided today just to let whatever wants to come through, come through. Okay. The King of Cups. The Lovers, clarifying the King of Cups. The Hermit. Hi, Bug. Hi. What do you have to say? That is the Knight of Cups. Ooh, so we have the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. We have the Three of Swords. Ten of Wands. The Knight of Wands. The Two of Wands. The World, clarified by the Magician. Okay, so in this reading, so there's a King of Cups and it's clarified by the Lovers. So I feel like there's a King of Cups energy here, someone who's very romantic. They don't wear their heart on their sleeve, though. You know what? This fairy King of Cups, I don't know. I just feel like, first of all, I feel like I would love to go to a party with this guy. I feel like he's probably pretty fun. But, I don't know. This is someone that just has a lot of deep emotion. You know what I mean? And he may kind of boil over from time to time, but it's just just when he loves hard. But clarified by the Lovers, they're looking at you in the context of a lover's connection. The Hermit, clarified by the Knight of Cups, shows kind of this King of Cups. The first card out is always kind of like the most important energy for the reading. And so the King of Cups is that's a relatively mature energy as compared to the Knight of Cups, which is it's more of a kind of Casanova energy. You know what I mean? Not as much of a player as the Knight of Wands, but this is a very romantic, swoony kind of energy. But again, less mature. Maybe this person falls in love over and over and over and over and over again. Whereas this King of Cups has more of then he puts all of that passion into one person, and so has this deep undying love. But so the Hermit energy with the Knight of Cups, it gives me a sense that this person for some period of time, not short, but for some period of time, they were kind of sitting on these feelings, where they were by themselves and keeping all of these feelings to themselves. But at the same time, those feelings, because the Hermit, the Hermit always has a lantern, but it's supposed to be symbolic for going within and finding kind of the light and wisdom and truth within. So at some point during that Hermit mode, that period of silence and introspection. I think, you know, this King of Cups came to a realization that these feelings were trying to light his path forward for him. The next card is out, the Three of Swords, you know, which is typically a card about heartbreak. And then the Ten of Wands is a card about kind of like that ultimate, you know, point of burden, like burden to the point where you're about to collapse. So this energy is that there's been a heartbreak that has been weighing heavily on this King of Cups. And then the Knight of Wands with the Two of Wands is kind of like, I almost get the sense that at some point then this person, you know, they went into that silent period, you know, they had all this burden on their mind about pain in the past. But at some point, like, they switched into this Knight of Wands energy, which is a very like passionate, but it can be, the Knight of Wands can be someone who rushes in and rushes out, right? Like a lot of times it can be player energy. But it is clarified by, and by the way, in this particular Knight of Wands, the knight is riding on a fox. So there is like a level of cunning in that energy as well, kind of like strategic. But clarified by the Two of Wands, that's about making a choice. And in this particular card, there's like this little like elf guy that's like clutched on, hanging on to like the edge of a blue jay's nest. And so it's like that the choice was to hold on to something. Then the world clarified by the Magician. Sorry, I started again a message there. This person has decided to manifest a new cycle, a new beginning. Okay. Let's pull a couple more cards. So what is up ahead for this Knight of Cups? What's coming for him or her? Is this the Queen of Pentacles? I believe that's Temperance. The Queen of Wands. The Eight of Wands. Oh, what is this card? I may have to look again. I know what it is. Okay, I am going to clarify this as well. Nine of Wands. This is one of the bonus cards. There's a bunny with a bell, which is a sword. The Five of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. Or sorry, Two of Swords. That is swords, right? Yeah. And the Queen of Cups. So 3 queens came out in this part. And let me check real quick, just so I don't go too far down the wrong direction with this card. The 4, Major Arcana 4. Oh, the Emperor. Okay. So yeah, this looks to be a divine masculine, I would say. But, you know, so I asked what is up next for this King of Cups. This is, I don't want to jump ahead, but I just want to show that the King of Cups came out for the very first card of this reading, which I said was the kind of overall and most important energy. Look what came out for the last card, the Queen of Cups. And that's, you know, that's clarifying the Emperor. So Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles here is clarified by the Nine of Wands. And I remember, you know what? I'm going to get the little book again because I was reading this yesterday. I'm still trying to familiarize myself with this deck. But this one had like a really interesting meaning on it. Leaves. Nightmares troubling the sleep of the fairies are considered bad omens, bearers of woes and suspects. So like, it's kind of like a really ominous card. But so the the Queen of Pentacles clarified by this kind of like nightmarish memories and almost like wariness, like bad omens, you know? And so I'm kind of getting the sense that like, this King of Cups, because you know, all these queens came out, and this is almost like a progression in the way that they've viewed you. Like so this Queen of Pentacles comes out first, and that's, you know, that shows like this real like wariness and like and kind of being like scared, intimidated, not sure if this person is like has good intentions or not. And then there's Temperance, which can be about patience. And then this bonus card. Bunnies are like, for me, they're very much about like kind of watching and waiting. Like they're, you know, because bunnies, like the whole reason that they survive as a species, right, is because they breed really quickly, and that they're really wary. They're very cautious. You know what I mean? So like out in their environment, they're always going to be like peeking out. You know, they're prey animals, and so so this clarifying the Temperance card, I get the sense that this person, you know, just kind of had their eye out on you for like a while, you know, patience. But they were also, you know, the message I'm getting is they were also trying to like balance in their mind, like, who is this person? You know what I mean? That's kind of the sense that I'm getting, is they were trying to figure out who you were, like as a person. Because then we have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Five of Pentacles. And the Queen of Wands, you know, is kind of like the most beautiful of the queens. Physically beautiful of the queens. But it's also someone that's very like charismatic, you know, it just passionate. And so there's the Five of Pentacles, which is, you know, a card about feeling out in the cold. And in this particular card, there is a couple. There's, you know, a girl and a boy, and then there's a boy on the outside kind of like reaching his hand, you know, towards that situation. So it's kind of like, then they may have seen you again, but you were with someone, but that you were looking like just really beautiful to them. And so like, because before they were almost like scared, like they were really worried about, I think, bad intentions. And this is just a reminder too, that like, about the lens of trauma, right? Like, I don't know who doesn't have childhood trauma. I don't know those people. If you're on my channel, you probably, you know, are not one of those people or know them either. But, you know, because I'm always kind of like, how do people just like not have that? No one escapes childhood without trauma. Anyway, you're always going to be looking, you know, at people through a lens of your own previous experiences until you get to like a significant point of healing where you can, you're kind of more centered in terms of knowing who you are, knowing your emotions, knowing your thoughts. And you see that a lot of times the way that people interact with you or perceive you has everything to do with their unhealed wounds and not so much you. And that's why, you know, in some ways, life becomes a little bit easier as you do go through this awakening and healing process. When you get to that point where you don't take that shit personally because you know, like, it's not about you. Anyway, what I'm saying is that this card, like, you know, like, people perceive other people through the lens of their own experiences. And so, you know, I think it's pretty common that if we don't understand someone, that we don't trust them, right? Because, like, we want to be able to predict people. We want to be able to predict because that makes us feel safe and comfortable. When we can't predict or understand people, that's like, it's unsettling. And so that's almost the energy that I get with this. It's not that necessarily that you were scary, but that they just, you were someone that existed completely outside of their frame of reference and experiences. And so they essentially they didn't get you. They didn't get you, you know, because it just shows like so much of that interaction. It's actually, he's riding on a death hawk moth, you know, and that's a real symbol of like rebirth though. And so also the sense that I get is that the purpose of this, I feel like there was conflict here, because, you know, like that energy is like, it's a lot, but that the purpose of this was a death and transformation. And so perhaps that's what was occurring during that temperance period. But then again, then we see that it's almost like he sees you again, but, you know, that you were with someone. Okay, so then there's the the Eight of Wands clarified by the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is usually like a real stalemate energy. That's where, you know, the woman's wearing the blindfold and holding the two swords. But in this card, it's got much more of a Two of Cups energy. And that's honestly how I'm going to read it, because it's like, you know, it has this couple that are, this fairy couple that are kissing over a toadstool. And, you know, so that's definitely giving me like that Two of Cups energy. So I get the sense with this Eight of Wands, because Eight of Wands is normally about fast action, but in this particular card, it is more about, it's about waiting for your moment and then taking fast action. But do you see what I mean? Because she's laying there under this tree, and just like, she's got her eyes closed and stuff. And so she's just, it's like, she's waiting. She's completely still. So there's not movement right now, but there's like, it's just about waiting for that moment. But it's clarified by, you know, how I'm taking this is Two of Swords, but it's the Two of Cups energy. So this person was like sitting and waiting basically for their moment. I almost get the sense too, because the eyes are shut, like almost like not knowing if that would ever actually happen, but if it did, you know. So anyway, then what happens? It's the Emperor clarified by the Queen of Cups, which again mirrors this person is coming out as the King of Cups. So this person sees you as their divine partner, and they're moving into like this Emperor energy as an outcome. I'm going to get some cards, some Kipper on this King of Cups for you guys. Let's see. Okay, main female. Poverty. Great fortune. Ooh. Mature woman. Okay, and I'm gonna get some cards down here because I feel like that's more how he's perceiving. Okay. Mature man. Yeah, this is coming out in reflection. Community. Main male. Ooh. What? What? This energy has been coming out a lot lately. Okay. So the sense that I get from, because I kept, yesterday's reading, that potential third party popped up. That's been popping up in some of my readings. It's been popping up on the other channels, but in this card, so what I'm seeing here is that essentially, this King of Cups is looking at someone he considers to be a mature woman. This Queen of Cups is looking at someone he considers, or she considers, to be a mature man. These two, I believe, do see themselves as a match, right? This King of Cups does have some, that now this explains, because yesterday I was so confused with like that energy that was coming out, because I was like, who is this? Is this someone attached to the feminine, or is this someone attached to the masculine? And the energy was just all muddled. Here's why. Here is why. This is your person, right? Is this mature man. You are this mature woman, or swap it, whatever. Reverse the roles. But you guys are looking at each other, and what it looks like, because then off to this side of like each of this, it shows community for the feminine, and then main male, and then wealthy man. So this particular like feminine energy has other masculine energies within her community. And again, that can be a physical community, it can be online, it can be, like just whatever, like where people and interact with people in some sort of community. But there are two other males off here to the side, and she's not seeing them. But this, yeah, and he's also not seeing her. I think he sees her. Do you see what I mean? Because like, she's totally looking like in this direction. This King of Cups is looking down in this direction. And so he can see this woman on his periphery. There is a female energy that's around, but these two don't seem to care about any of these other options that are around them, is the sense that I get. The poverty and great fortune came out, but again, I'm kind of seeing like this poverty attached to this main female, and then these main female and main male may have been like a previous person. It could be an ex, it could be a lot of things, but I get that that's kind of like a more recent energy. Do you see what I mean? Like, that's why it came out as main, whereas these are mature. You two have known each other, I think, for like a while. That's why it's coming out as mature. But I think it's also saying that over the course of this interaction or relationship, that there has been a lot of maturing over time. Because again, this isn't a new situation. This is something that there's been an evolution in terms of how you guys are, or at least how this masculine energy is seeing you. But I think that the feminine is mirroring that, because, mature man came out, for her. But so at any rate, the poverty is attached to this recent or previous feminine on this masculine side. And then great fortune for him is attached to this mature woman, the Queen of Cups. And so basically, I think that's, that's all coming out near the Hermit. So I think that's been part of his realization, is that, he's made realizations kind of about who you actually are. But he's also made realizations about, I feel like the things that are important to him. Because that poverty and great fortune, again, that doesn't necessarily have to do with like actual money, right? I often read those as like emotional poverty or emotional abundance, right? And so whatever previous situations, for this masculine, those were bringing him like emotional poverty. But he sees like a great fortune with this Queen of Cups. Okay. There are no, I'll pull. I'll pull some cards for this main male and wealthy man. Why not? Let's see if there's any clarity. The main male may be an official person. That did come out yesterday. And I said that that could be like a controlling, you know, energy. Gift. Okay. Yeah, no idea. So this wealthy man wants to bring in a gift for this Queen of Cups, apparently. This main male, which again, I see is kind of like a more recent person. I don't know. Maybe within this community, he has like some sort of official status or high ranking or something like that. Yeah. I'm just going to pull a little more for each. Expectation. Concern. Okay. And that's, you know what? I'm glad I did this reading and I didn't try to control the message coming out, because this is offered. If you didn't see yesterday's reading, or if you don't need to go back, because I got super confused at the end about like, what is this? And yeah, and what I said at the end of that reading is that like, there's just a bunch of people watching other people. And that's the situation, this situation between this King of Cups and Queen of Cups, you know, this divine counterpart. That's almost like the show that is on at the moment. And then there's two masculine energies kind of waiting. This wealthy man that wants to bring in a gift is very concerned. And then this official person, it's expectation. This person just seems to be sitting and waiting. This person is worried. Let's get an energy on this main female over here too. What's she feeling? Oh, journey. Oh, okay. Hang on. Oh, okay. Gotta be, okay. I'm gonna get one more. Okay. I don't love that. I know, you know, I hate for these readings to keep getting away from me, but at the same time, so when I pulled this, you know, these are pretty reasonable energies, right? As these two guys are over here just watching, this wealthy man with the gift is getting concerned. The main male is kind of just waiting and watching and has some hope and expectation for this situation. But over here, this feminine attached to this King of Cups, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to say necessarily attached, but in his environment, somehow in his environment, she is thinking about its thoughts, thief, and journey. And the thoughts, because in this card, the you know, it's a masculine that is painting his feminine. But so like the thoughts, I don't it's like her focus is on this masculine thinking about this Queen of Cups. Thief is not great. I mean, that's a little self-explanatory. And journey, I don't, what is this feminine energy? What is this feminine energy over here? King of Wands, clarified by the Seven of Wands. Two of Swords, clarified by the Six of Cups. Star, Lovers. Okay, so the King of Wands clarified by the Seven of Wands. So that's feeling like really defensive about like some passionate feelings that this female is having. Then there's the Two of Swords, which is like a stalemate. But there's a real sense of danger in this card as well. Clarified by the Six of Cups. So that's like regarding someone that they considered as their soulmate. Or that, I mean, this is definitely like some kind of past relationship of some kind. romantic relationship, because Lovers comes out as well. So yeah, this is a past partner of some kind to this masculine. And so they're essentially like watching this, and so they're trying to make a decision about, they want to heal with this person, this King of Cups that they were in a lover's connection with. So what are their intentions here towards your person? Ace of Cups. Okay, so this is some of that energy that was coming out yesterday. What card is this? 12. It's Major Arcana 12. Sorry, guys. Nope, it's definitely, 7. Well, first of all, it's the Chariot. Oh. Oh. Okay, and the 6 of Pentacles. 7 of Swords. Knight. Oh, I don't love this. I don't love it. Oh, I don't love it. Okay. I am very specifically seeing some indications of spell work over here with this feminine energy in the environment of this King of Cups. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, because I'm seeing the Ace of Cups here clarified by the Chariot. Again, this is a very creepy Ace of Cups where there's a couple and then there's this person. When the card came out yesterday, I said the words I heard were seething in blood. This is a person that is very angry, and the Chariot shows that they want to actually like physically take action, in this situation. The 6 of Pentacles is a card about give and take, and the 7 is a card about stealing. So this is about wanting to steal something, and I think it's the person, right? It's the King of Cups. So then there is the Knight of Pentacles, or sorry, Knight of Swords, which is a very hasty, rushing action. And then I see the Magician. And that's why I feel like in almost this person just felt a lot of anger, desperation, rage, and so they've hastily decided to do, and don't do that, you guys. I know this isn't this, this is not the viewers on my channel, but I may have this person cross watching. I don't know, but here's the thing. Okay, guys, so I obviously continued going on this reading, and then when I got up to turn off the video, I saw that it cut out. As soon as I started talking about, as soon as I identified the spell work in this situation, the reading cut out. And so I think that's a confirmation, because obviously the forces behind that never want you to be aware. There is definitely spell work going on in this situation. I'm sorry, I kind of lost my flow on this. I did pull some guidance cards for you guys. Definitely, I'm going to keep it brief. I'm just going to say there's 2 messages here in terms of guidance about that, and just go watch that spell work video on my page. And please, if you are in a situation where you feel like you have this, my email is in the description box. Feel free to reach out to me there or in the comments. If you'd like to let me know or let you know as soon as I have this, or if you have a specific situation that's kind of, whatever, feel free to reach out with me on that. Definitely be taking like salt baths, you know, but avoid alcohol while you're under like this spell work attack as much as you can. But there was also a message here about that I did want to say about, you know, personal purpose and expansion. And you know, so I just wanted to say like this whole journey between these counterparts at any rate has been about growth and healing, right? But I think what's coming up is an energy now of like moving towards, you know, like rebuilding yourself and your own vision, about finding your purpose, like your, you know, your niche, like whatever it may be, you know, that this is to explore like what really brings you like kind of purpose, a sense of purpose and happiness in terms of doing something. Because, you know, and you see that everywhere. That's why I love it. There's this one guy I follow on TikTok, and I forget his name, but he's got like, he's the gay guy with the red beard, and he dances, and he's always like throwing it back and stuff, even though he has like no booty. It's like his whole personality on TikTok. Anyway, I love that guy, and I was just watching his TikTok last night where he, you know, it was the last day at his like 9-to-5 job, and he's just so excited. And I just love that for him, that like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that everybody ends up like whatever, dancing on TikTok or whatever, but the fact is that this guy, you know what I mean? He was just doing that because it brought him like joy. You know what I mean? Like, and it's bringing other people joy. And then that created an opportunity for him in the end, because like, just because he was doing what he really enjoyed doing. And I really, once you get to this space of like having healed, you know, kind of like a certain amount and gone through this journey, you do open that door of like getting to explore where your passion and purpose is. And I really believe that's how it works, is like if you follow like your passion and your purpose, that those paths will open to you, those doors will open to you as you go through it. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of leave the message there. Again, if you are, you know, if you have this kind of thing going on, please do check out that spell work video that I've got on my page. I think that's it for now though, guys. Yeah. Have a great weekend. I mean, I'll be back, but have a great weekend. See you.